How was your week, Sam? What'd you get up to?
I've been watching a lot of stand-up.
Yeah, what'd you watch?
Because my show has elements of stand-up in it. So what did I watch? So the last one that I rewatched Homecoming King by Hassan Minhaj. Recently.
Never seen it.
It's good. The thing about Hassan Minhaj is that Hassan Minhaj reminds me of a camp counselor trying to get a kid who's not into camp into camp.
What do you mean?
Like, he's got this energy that's like very much like,
oh, okay. So like, let's go. Let's get excited about this.
Let's get excited. I'm excited. Like, we're going. I'm talking really fast. And here's what we're doing. And like, this is what happened. And like, it was really exciting. And it felt like this. There are earnest parts in the comedy. And like, I did enjoy it. Like, I laughed. There were funny parts. It's good. He's good at what he does. But there are just some moments where and like Homecoming King is filmed differently than any normal Netflix special because there are moments where he looks directly into the camera. Like, you're a part of the audience when you watch Homecoming King. Yeah, to those at home. It's like he talks to the audience, but he also looks directly into the camera.
Sure.
And it's like, as someone who's not physically there in the space that he was in when he filmed it, it's like, no, don't look at me.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I'm not here.
I didn't pay the ticket to sit in your audience. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not here right now. Don't look at me. Don't like, I can appreciate the energy that you were bringing to the crowd, but now that you're looking at me, I feel like I have to be like, yeah, fuck yeah. And like get excited about it too. And it's like, I'm sitting under a blanket in my sweatpants, like alone in my bedroom. Why are you so excited? It feels like you're being excited in my bedroom, and that's not the vibe that I need in my bedroom right now.
They're being excited at you.
Please get out of my room, Hassan.
Yeah, I don't know. How did you get in here?
Yeah.
I know I left the window open. I didn't think you'd come through the fucking window.
Yeah, I need you to look back at the crowd. Please.
Yeah, please. Look away.
Please look away.
But it was good, though.
Yes, it was good.
That guy's pretty funny on Twitter, I think. I'm pretty sure he's active on Twitter.
You think? I don't follow him on Twitter. I should. Well, I say I should follow him on Twitter, but like Patriot Act just got canceled, unfortunately. I heard it was really good. But he's a comedy news show type of person, or at least he has been for the past several years, because before that he was also on The Daily Show.
Oh, show.
That's how he got his start, was on The Daily Show.
I thought you said comedy news show. And I was like, what the fuck is a comedy news show? Okay.
So he's probably just like making jokes about like the debate and Donald Trump. And I just don't need more of that in my feed. I'm sure he does it well. It's just, I don't want to listen to it right now.
Honest to God, all the stuff I've been seeing on Twitter, one second, is all like, people have moved past jokes. People have been past jokes for a long time.
Yeah, now it's just very doom and gloom.
It's all just despair.
Yeah.
It's pure,
which
unadulterated
they have a
despair.
right to feel.
Yeah.
But I like, it's like, I'm already there. Mm-hmm. So I can't listen to more of it.
Well, it's like
because I'll die.
It's like, oh, I've burned my arm, so I'm going to submerge it in boiling water.
Yeah,
like, no, I've burned my arm. My arm is burned. I don't want to make it worse.
The skin is already bubbling. I don't need to pour salt in it. Thank you very much.
I just got to ban words on Twitter. That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Just get rid of some words.
Yeah. It'd be interesting if I banned a bunch of like news, like buzzwords, if I had any Twitter left.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see.
Well, it's funny, right? I thought about it the other day, actually. I was going through my Instagram, and I follow a bunch of people on Instagram I just don't talk to anymore. Or, like, they don't interact with my content. I don't interact with their content.
Yeah.
So I should really just unfollow them. But at the same time, they're also the people that, like, populate my timeline more than others. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little like, what's going to happen if I follow these people that I see all the time? Like, am I going to load up Instagram, and the Instagram's just going to be like, I got nothing, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I got nothing to show you.
Yeah.
Obviously not. I always see other people's shit, but like, yeah, man, I don't know.
Honestly, I've been consciously curating, as apart from just simply staying off of the major platforms that upset me, like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I've just been curating my personal feeds a lot more, like taking advantage of muting words and blocking people that I don't want to hear from anymore, or muting, this is going to sound ruthless, but like muting friends who talk about a bunch of stuff that doesn't make me feel good.
You hear that, Jessica? Talking about you, bitch.
Yeah, fuck you, Jessica. Nobody gives a shit about your vacation Instagram. It's depressing me, and I blocked you. But it's tough. It feels like you're being mean to your friend when you soft block them or mute them for a while.
I'm sure my friends have muted me.
But you got to do what you got to do, man.
Two-way street. Who
cares? If things are negatively affecting you, or even if it's just clogging up your feed. Like, I've had days where I'm like, this person is tweeting a lot about one thing, and I kind of can't stand to listen to it anymore. Like, it is literally, like, I have scrolled past 5 of your tweets in a row. You are tweeting en masse about one topic.
It's like people who post like more than 2 Instagram posts a day.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing with fire. You're going to lose followers.
Yeah, and I get that. That's not why they do it, especially on Twitter. It matters less on Twitter. Twitter, you're allowed to post multiple times a day.
Okay.
Like, the same rules don't apply. But, like...
That's what threads are for, though. You tweet in threads so it doesn't pop up a million times.
If something's going on with one of my friends' interests and they're, like, tweeting it ad nauseum, it's like, okay, well, first of all, you're tweeting for, like, the community that you're a part of. Like, if my friends are super into... Like, if there was a Nintendo stream, and not saying this is how this goes because I actually give a shit about what Nintendo does, but if there was a Nintendo stream and it was, like, you and, like, 2 of your other friends and all you're doing is talking about the Nintendo stream and I just, like, need a break, I might, like, mute you guys for a day.
That's okay.
Just to...
That's what the function is for.
Because I want to continue to scroll Twitter, but I don't want to read this anymore. So mute you for the day. It feels ruthless, but you're ultimately allowed to do it, and it's not mean.
You know what Twitter needs? Twitter needs what
not mean-spirited.
Twitter needs what Discord has, which is like, if I want to mute a Discord, it would be like, okay, do you want to mute it for 15 minutes, an hour, 8 hours until you turn it back on, a day? Like, that's what Twitter needs.
I think you can do that with Twitter, actually.
Can you?
Or maybe not.
I don't think you can, honestly.
I don't think you can either. I muted somebody recently, and I feel like I had the option to do that, but maybe not. Let me see here.
Let's find out.
What if I wanted to? Oh, how do I?
I
just clicked on a random person's profile that I follow. Here
someone totally random. It was Cameron, whatever. You know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you can't do that on Twitter.
I figured.
You just hit mute and then it mutes the person.
Well, it's funny, right? Because I always used to think, like, why is there a mute feature when the block feature exists? And the block feature is something that actually cuts that person off from you.
Yes,
right?
Like they can't follow you either.
Whereas the muted feature is just like, you just won't see their tweets, but they can still see yours. And blah, 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 this, that, and the other
And it
thing.
doesn't notify them that you've muted them. It's just like, you won't see their tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to find out. Like, I bet if there was like a way to find out what accounts you're muted on, I bet you'd find out that a bunch of like random accounts muted you.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of like bots that followed you muted you, or like a random acquaintance just like muted you or something.
Yeah. Maybe some of the like porno bots that I've muted and blocked have like blocked me back out of pure spite.
This fucking bitch.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with.
You're talking about your podcast. Whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Whatever.
You're Stormy Daniels.
Whatever. Go back to messaging people like, hey, do you want to fuck me?
No.
Not particularly, no.
No, you didn't ask nicely at all.
Nice pictures, but like, that's just a little abrasive for me.
You got an OnlyFans?
I don't understand porn bots and how that's still their approach. You know, like, we're all horny.
Of course we are.
All the time. But it is so off-putting for someone to just like slide into your DMs and be like, do you want to fuck? There's something so crass about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no. I don't know a lot of people who would be like, yeah, I do want to fuck.
Of course I want to fuck.
I want to fuck you specifically right now.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't thinking about it, and I didn't even know that you existed until you messaged me, hey, do you want to fuck me? But I want to fuck you right now.
All I need is your social insurance number, baby.
You got it. I'm ready to go. I'm raring to go.
Here we go, yeah.
I want to fuck, and I want to fuck you right now. Thank you so much,
you know
Sonia 29420.
Here's my credit card. Just take it.
Take it.
Picture my license.
You'll totally show up. No, you probably just need like gas money, and it's like, I want you here, so sure, social security number and credit card number, 100%.
Well, my favorite thing about bots are bots that'll follow me on Instagram, be like, Cassandra 24383949 underscore not a bot wants to send you a message, and it's like, hey.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to be like? Oh, fuck off, girl.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Sam? Honestly, God, you know what it is? So bots wouldn't exist if they don't work. Put it that way.
But that's just it. Who is falling for it still?
There are people out there who aren't savvy like we are.
Still?
Yes.
Still.
Yes.
That is...
More than half the people using the internet aren't savvy.
Like, they're not even trying. I totally understand. When it first came out, I totally understand everybody who fell for that whole, like, there's a warrant out for your arrest, like, you owe this much money, blah, 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 blah. Because, like, some of them sounded really serious. For a second there, I was like, oh my God, like, have I unknowingly committed tax fraud
Was
somehow?
there a crime that I didn't commit?
Did I commit tax fraud somehow? And, like, I've just somehow missed. And then, like, 2 seconds later, you're like, wait a fucking second.
No, wait.
There's, like, no possible way.
I've been home all week.
Yeah.
Like,
There's, like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
That I haven't heard about this. Excuse me. But, like, for a second there, when they say, like, there's a warrant out for your arrest, you're like, oh my fucking God. It just, like, the first time you hear it, it comes out of nowhere. And you're like, oh my God.
It's like someone admitting they were mad at you.
Exactly. And we're all like, I walk around with this, like, guilt all the time where it's like, I maybe have done something wrong at any given second, at any given moment. And, like, I'm just constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I'm like, oh my God, the other shoe finally dropped. It finally dropped. Here I am.
They're coming for my ass.
They're coming for my ass.
They're going to put me in jail for the rest of my life. I knew this was happening.
But, like, somebody with exactly 6 pictures on their Instagram and a bunch of numbers in their name DMs you, hey, and you're like, a human being is talking to me right now. Mm-hmm. That is, like, first day of the internet stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, people
That's real low effort.
Yeah. People would boot up their dial-up for 15 minutes and just, like, send out these, like, scam messages that just said, hey, back in, like, 2000. And you're still falling for it 20 years later.
Oh, yeah.
Like, buddy.
Have you been seeing the newest Instagram scam trend?
No.
If you're a hot girl on Instagram, you better double check to make sure there's not a bot that copied your profile and in your bio put a private Snap link, which leads to a fraudulent website where you can lose your credit card information.
Oh, yeah.
That's happened to 2 friends of mine that I've known.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Where it's like,
God.
we're like, you know, call it what they are. Like, they're very attractive women.
Yeah.
Who, this bot, like, takes your profile picture, makes a whole new account. It makes you, like, I don't know, like, Cassandra Balsamic 1, as opposed to, like, let's say that's their name, right? Mm-hmm. And then in the bio, it'd be like, sign up for my private Snap, which is a big thing right now for a lot of attractive ladies on the internet.
Yeah.
Will sell their private Snaps or their OnlyFans, you know, make a little side hustle, maybe make some money. Yeah. That's good money.
Yeah.
And it's common.
Yeah.
So when these bots do this and you see it, you think like, oh, I guess this is what they're doing now. But it's fake. It's 100% fake.
Yikes.
Right? It's scary.
But wait a second. So it's a picture of you. Say I do have a bunch of, like, scantily clad photos of me on Instagram. I don't. But, like, let's say I'm a hot girl on Instagram and I have a bunch of pictures of me, like, in bathing suits and stuff like that. A bot takes that picture of me but invents a different name, like Cassandra Balsamic, which I love, by the way.
Yeah, that could be a drag name.
Because, like, nobody has the last name Balsamic. It's a thing. It's a topping. It's a condiment. But it sounds like it could be a last name, which is, like, the perfect last name for a scam account. It's something that sounds like not quite real, but it's like, it's not Cassandra 2906_0232.
Well, that's the scary part, because like, for instance, let's say, like, I was a hot girl.
Yeah.
And I got my profile scammed. My tag is at Cameron Smith with a 0.
Yeah.
This account would be called at Cameron Smith 1.
Okay.
So it's believable.
Okay.
And they also rip, like, 10 pictures from your profile and post them all at once. Right. That's what tipped me off. So, like,
because it looks like a new Instagram page that you just simply haven't put a lot on yet.
It follows all of your followers. So they go like, oh, Cameron has a new profile. I don't know, follow, whatever. You know, because how many times that happen? That happens like every other week for me.
Yeah, people delete Instagram accounts and then start new ones, and they're like, hey, follow this one now.
And I'm like, doop, here you go. Yep. Like, whatever. Yep. That took 3 seconds.
Yep.
So basically, what tipped me off, and because I'm so savvy, old high school person I knew, this happened to them, and I was like, oh, I guess they're a new account, and I clicked on it, and I was going like, yeah, I remember when these pictures were posted, and then I clicked on one, and I noticed they were all uploaded the same date, and I was like, a fraudulent account.
But that's a little bit of extra digging that you did. Not everybody would have done that. Everybody would have just been like, oh, these must be the pictures that they wanted from their old account onto their new secret account.
Yeah.
follow back.
But then I went back to her original profile and read her story, and it was like, this is not me, report it.
Yeah.
So I went back and I reported it because I feel like that's just a nice thing to do.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like it is like, listen, I've had a thing.
That's how you get these motherfuckers to stop doing it.
Yeah.
Because people report it and it doesn't work.
And listen, I've been on the other end of an account that I thought I didn't realize still existed.
Do you want to tell this story?
Yeah, I don't think we ever talked about
That was a morning.
We never talked about it.
That was a morning.
So I woke up one morning to a Twitter DM from someone who was very upset with me.
Yeah.
I had never met her before, and she was accusing me of all these things, like, oh, you're harassing a minor, you're talking shit to me and my friends,
Yeah.
and like she was being shit like I know who you are, like I know where you live, like I know what your mom looks like. It was all this shit, and I was like, okay, pause.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And she like linked me to this account. I guess I had this like other account. I think I got locked out of my original Twitter account at one point.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get back into it. So I just made a new one.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was making like an acting account or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
Regardless to say, I tweeted maybe 4 things on that other account and got back into my old one, the one I currently have, and never touched it again. 3 years later, this account gets hacked and starts harassing this poor girl. And I don't blame her. I mean, to be honest with you, she came in a little hot. But at the same time, her friends were being harassed, and she wanted to do something about it.
Yeah.
So like, I again, like I'm really
and
like,
some of the people being harassed were minors,
and that was the case.
And it appeared to be you who was an adult. So
but the part that got me is that I calmly explained, like, listen, like I know what the account you're talking about. It's an old account that I used to have. If you look back, like I found the tweets of that person harassing them. I was like, if you look past that tweet. The last tweet that I made from that account was 2017. Do you seriously think that I logged back into this account, found you at random, and then started talking shit?
Yeah.
Where like my if you Google my name in Facebook, like you'll find me. Like I don't know, dude. Like it to me, like she was spitting a lot of fire, a lot of ire. She like, in my opinion, got rude at some points.
Oh, totally.
And I was like, listen, I'm going to deal with this. I'm going to email Twitter support right now. And they got the account dealt with.
Yeah.
But I guess the part that got me, and I understand because she has no frame of reference for who I am.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm like out here telling the truth and being supportive of the idea that like, yeah, it's not cool what whoever did this said to your friend and you.
Yeah.
But you have to understand that I am trying to figure this out too. It is not me.
Yeah.
I'm being cooperative.
Yeah.
And you're still coming at me like I'm the one who harassed your friend.
Oh my God.
You know, it was something else. It was a stressful hour.
Yeah. And she was like threatening, like I remember because I messaged her and I was like, hey, just in case you needed any more proof, this is my boyfriend. I'm with him all the time. He's not harassing randos on Twitter.
People who I've never met. I don't even know where she was from.
Yeah. Like he was really not doing it. And she was like, I went to law school, and if he remains uncooperative, like we're gonna take this to police, and like I know how to handle this, blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, cool it.
Yeah.
Like
I'm being cooperative, girl.
Like I'm telling you right now, like you know, if you're so smart, then you know that accounts get hacked. Yeah. And you know that people like trolls go looking for inactive accounts that haven't been touched in like 2+ years. And take them over and try and do heinous shit with them. You know that that's a thing. And another real life person with an active Twitter account, because my Twitter account's like accessible, like you can go in and like see that like I'm a real person too. He has another Twitter account. He's a real person too. You're tagged all over my Twitter accounts. You can click on it and see that is like there's a picture of you that you are more active on with more recent tweets on them. Like, this ain't it, chief.
Yeah.
And she was just being like, well, as long as he wants to be cooperative, then I see no reason why we have to go to the police with this. And I'm like, trust me, you won't.
Yeah. And like 30 minutes later, I was like, okay, the account got taken down.
Yeah.
And she was like, cool.
Yeah. And then she was all like, it's fine. It got dealt with, and like backed off. And then I went to her Twitter account. She was talking shit about you with a bunch of people, which I didn't appreciate, and saying really mean things. But I guess she was mad. So
yeah, I mean,
I can't say that I would have been any morally higher if I thought that somebody was harassing a 15-year-old on Twitter.
Sure.
But,
I mean, in my opinion, I would probably do a bit more research.
Yeah.
Where it's like, the thing that got me was that like that old profile I had is like some headshot from like ages ago. I don't even look like that anymore. And like she went to my profile and definitely would have found more updated pictures of me.
Hello.
And also like, maybe at this point, like maybe this is just like the inner PI of me. But like if you go to my profile and read my tweets and then go back to the other profile and read the tweets that they're being tweeted out, they don't even sound like they were tweeted by the same person.
No.
Like, they sound like two completely different people.
Yeah.
Like, use your head.
Yeah.
And then the fact that I was immediately a cooperative is like, should tip you off.
And was like talking to her in the voice that matches the tweets for the more current account.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I just tried my best not to be rude. Like, I saw that she was talking shit and I saw that she was like getting heated. And it's like, I don't know. It's moved on. It's done with. Like, you know, maybe she's not someone who handles anger well.
That was just really, I don't like letting stuff like that slide. Like, she said some really mean things on her Twitter account about what was going on, about you. Like, she got really personal really quickly. And just like as someone who like loves and cares about you and like vouches for your character, it was hard to not fight her because I love you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
She was being really mean. She called you a fat white boy, and like,
I am a big white boy.
Yeah, but the way that she said it, she wasn't trying to talk. She wasn't stating facts.
Yeah.
You know, she was trying. She was painting you like some basement dwelling troll,
right?
That is rude to little girls on the internet for fun and has nothing else going on in his life. And I guess it just like, it's one of those things where like, it shouldn't bother me because not everybody is going to like you. And like, she definitely has a sour opinion of you now, even though you didn't do the things that she accused you of. I think is super unfair. And
she did say like, thank you for cooperating. I think she said that much.
Yeah, because it would be so obviously bitchy to say anything else, but she was just exchanging niceties. She didn't mean it.
Well, yeah. I think that well, like, it also,
I just think that you are so obviously nice, and I know this is extremely biased, but I think that you come across as a teddy bear simply every time you walk into a room, and everybody can see that upon impact. And the fact that there are people out there who don't see that and are rude to you as such need to die.
You know, if everyone could just die,
that's just that on. Yeah, no, like it's like there are four things that let me know that you're a bad person, and it's if you're mean to animals, if you're mean to children, if you're mean to waitstaff, and if you're mean to Cameron Smith. And just like, fuck you, go die if you can't do any of those things.
Well, that's very nice, Sam.
100. I just think that that's true, and that's what I'm popping off about today because I murked the mic. I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, yeah, I spend a lot of time with you, but it's just like every time you're in a space, you do nothing but be nice to everybody in that space, whether you know them or not. And you just exude that. You just exude this like big teddy bear energy all damn day.
I'm glad you think that. That's very nice.
I just think it's very obvious. I think it's very obvious. I remember thinking it before you were even my friend. You know, when we started at UW and, you know, you're kind of sniffing everybody out and you're a first year.
Sniffing all of our buttholes.
And the first time I saw you, I was like, that one's nice. That one's not a threat. That one is, you know, safe and comfy and probably very nice. And my spidey senses, my hair doesn't stand up on end the first time I saw you with zero context about who you are. And I just think that anybody else who doesn't get that, and like, it was proven because everybody at UW liked you. And even if people didn't think that the sun shone out of your ass the way that I think it does, they certainly didn't see you as a threat or a bully or anything negative.
Well, thank you.
People are allowed to not like you because people are people.
I was about to say, like, the one thing I doubt of that is that everyone liked me. There's no way everyone liked me.
But like, people certainly don't feel threatened by you if they don't like you. It's not
enough for me.
It's not because they think that you're, you know, harsh or intimidating in any sort of way. It's just a matter of opinion, which they're of course entitled to. But it's not because you're like violent or mean or the type of person who would harass a 15-year-old on the internet.
Yeah, really.
And I just think that you exude that even in your profile pictures on all of your social media platforms. And if you look at that person and think that that person is doing that, then you're a fucking idiot. And I actually want to fight you a little bit because it's like, how can you be so stupid and then in your stupidity be so mean? It's one thing to be stupid, but mean and stupid, you gotta die.
Yeah.
You have to die. You can't be here anymore. You suck.
In this young lady's defense, I don't think she was very old. I think the idea that she went to law school is probably
you gotta
something
smarten up.
she
Guess
fabricated.
What? You get older today. I'm gonna age you today because you're
learn.
a fucking idiot.
Well,
and you're going to learn.
My biggest goal for any social interaction,
bitch, I will dog walk you.
Is to make my biggest fear is making anybody uncomfortable. That is my biggest fear.
And you exude that energy like non-verbally all of the time. Like, get a fucking clue, lady.
Thank you, Sam. You're very nice, obviously.
There aren't many things I will fight teenagers on, but you and like whether or not you're a nice person, I will beat you into the ground. I will muzzle you, bitch. That's a two-way street. If anyone was to actually fight,
hurt your integrity, like I'd be upset about that too.
Yeah, well,
obviously. Say whatever.
No. It's just like, I'm feisty. I can understand why some people would have very strong feelings about me. There are times in my life where my anger has certainly just like completely blown its lid to a scary point. And like some people have been witness to that. So I can understand how some people can walk away from me and think, holy shit, like she's intense. Like she'll murder somebody.
That was a lot, yeah.
But you?
I don't think I've ever yelled at anybody.
You?
I mean, I definitely have, but like,
Give me a break. Give me an ever-loving break.
That's very nice, Sam. One of my favorite things about the way you go about our relationship is how fervent you are in my defense. Well, because it's like something I've learned, and like I learned this the harder way, I would say, through things like Dota 2, the video game, is that you really can't let what people say to you on the internet bother you. Because at the same time, well, I guess on social media it's a little bit different. In a game context, there's no face to a name. They're not gonna fucking... And if they even do message you afterwards, you know what that is a bigger showcase of? How insecure this person is, right? Like I remember one time, I was playing the hot new game Among Us, which we are, getting into, and it's fun and we like it. There's this one guy, he was clearly the imposter, and he got figured out. And he was like, I'm not the imposter. Like, I'm not, guys, I'm not. And everyone was like, we think you are. And he was like, fuck you guys, I'm not voting. And we just like sat the clock out. And then eventually got voted off. And before like the animation played where like he gets thrown out, he quit, and then the game ended. And we got in the lobby the next, and I was like, what a baby. And everyone was like, yeah, what the fuck was that all about? Like, I gotta say though, I don't like fucking with 15-year-olds on Twitter. But I do like
with like 15-year-olds on Among Us.
But I do like fucking with people on Among Us. Well, I never bully anyone. I never single anyone out, and I never insult them. I'll say weird shit, right? Like I don't know. One time, the host of the game, because the game is all host side. There's no servers that people can log into. It's all like if you host a game, it's your internet that then people connect to, right? The host was taking a while to launch the game, so everyone was like, "Please start, and I was like, "Please start. I only have mere moments left to live." Or another game, I was like, please start, I can hear my wife coming down with the divorce papers. Or I'll say shit like, does anybody want to have a kiss? Anybody want to kiss each other? Like it's fun to fuck with people.
That's harmless though. That's so harmless. Please come, my wife. I can hear my wife coming down with the divorce papers. Like that's so like out of left field that it's completely harmless. Because like who on the internet, who spends any amount of time on the internet would ever take that seriously?
Of course
what
not,
I mean?
Yeah.
It's also like, so what if they do? It's not like, please start. I'm dying of cancer and I only have mere moments left to live. It's like, well, maybe that's a little bit true. But like this could potentially be my last day on earth. I don't know.
Yeah,
like I'm waiting for.
And
the
then
prognosis.
I leave the game and everyone's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no. Like,
did he die?
You're not gonna die because your wife served you divorce. But like, even if you are literally being served, like you're gonna survive. It's not like a life or death situation. So it doesn't get taken super seriously. I'm explaining your joke and everybody understands it. But like.
Amazing.
But like,
we're a comedy podcast, I think.
But listen, we're a comedy practice podcast.
We're a humorous podcast.
Yeah,
we say humorous things.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
But like, I just like, that's the kind of person that you are. You do harmless things on the internet. If you're gonna fuck with people, if that's your definition of fucking with people, then I will batter and bruise anybody who thinks that you're like a mean-spirited person, like for real. Because it's like, how can someone who does something like that do something as heinous as like trying to fight 15-year-olds on Twitter? Like for real. Like, because I went to that account the morning that you were having that problem, that old account of yours, and I like read some of the stuff, and it was all just like, yo, like, yeah, my name's Cameron, and I want to fight you at like here and here, and it was like somewhere in like Scarborough.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're giving out addresses to places that you never even occupy. I know they can't possibly know where you live, but you're not the type of person who would be like, yo, like, random person, meet me at this corner and this corner and like fight me in real life.
Yeah,
blah,
really.
blah, 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 blah. When all you do is just like crack jokes on Among Us servers. Like,
yeah, really.
Like,
that's the extent of me fucking
together.
with people. Yeah.
Get it the fuck together, bitch. You know?
Mm-hmm. I love how your response to me being insulted on the internet is to cause physical harm. He's really nice. I'll fucking kill you.
Because you don't do that to people who are really nice. People who are as nice as you are deserve to be physically defended. Because, like, of all of the terrible people on the internet, you want to fight Cameron Smith? Really, dog?
Mm-hmm.
Really, dog? Of all people.
Yeah.
You deserve to get beat up for how stupid you are. You know?
Yeah, very nice.
You know, there's no reforming that. You simply just need hands laid on you.
You know what that whole situation did teach me though? Is
close your fucking accounts.
Well, no, it's to A, close my accounts, but also B, to like go onto social media and make sure there's not information that I don't necessarily want out. Mm-hmm. You know, like I privated my Facebook after that, and like I removed information that I had put on there when I was like 12 when I signed up for the account. I didn't think that social media was going to be this huge thing. Yeah. Right? You know, where it's like you get up, you're like, oh, I'll put my phone number here. Like, because why not? Like, people are going to want to contact me. But now that there's billions of people on Facebook, you don't want that kind of info out there. But I didn't even know it was there. Yeah. You know? So it was a learning experience. Yeah. At least in my opinion, right? Yeah. It was a stressful morning. I woke up to that. Yeah. Like, I woke up to some DMing me. I was like, who the fuck DM? No one DMs me on Twitter except for like 3 people. Yeah. And opened it up and I was like, dear God, stranger, like this is a whole fucking thing. It's terrible. It was one of those things where it was like, luckily I don't think I worked that day. So I was like,
I got the time, I guess.
I gotta deal with this.
Guess I better wake up.
Yeah. It was like 10 in the morning. I had to fucking deal with this shit. Yeah. Deal with this like straight vitriol I was getting.
Honestly.
But But you know, again, like I know you blame her.
I 100% blame her. Yeah.
But I don't necessarily blame her for. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's certainly not the way I would have reacted. But she was just trying to defend her friend. The only thing that got me again is to kind of like beat a horse a little bit. Is just to be like.
The lack of insight.
Well, the lack of insight. Also, the lack of the fact that I'm trying to cooperate.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be like, fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, then.
Yeah.
Call the cops. I also like, okay. I'm going to be a little whatever here. I found what that account was saying. And it definitely wasn't the severity of which she was coming at me at.
No.
She said a lot more mean things about me than that account did about her friend. Yeah. Like, to be honest. Yeah. So...
Just
whatever.
Just chill out a little bit, lady.
So internet trolls, please stop trying to steal my identity. Yeah. I do not like it. Yeah. I do not consent. To having my identity stolen.
That's a big fear of mine. There's at least one account somewhere on social media that I need to shut down because like it's just sitting there and I'm like, one day I'm gonna wake up to a fucking 17-year-old threatening to call the cops on me.
Yeah, really.
Because I tried to fight her in like Markham or some shit.
It was also like, it's funny, the more I can tell she was young because the whole idea of like the threat of the police is like, what exactly are you going to tell the police? Yeah. Nothing that was happening here is illegal. Yeah. It's annoying.
It's definitely harassment. It's rude
and it's harassment. But at the same time, like, and I hate to sound like one of these fucking people, but you need like a little bit more proof. Yeah. You need like a little bit of a stronger case to take this to the police. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So again, like I've really been trying to have thicker skin in last like 5 or so years of my life.
Yeah, me too.
To let shit roll off my back and let it not bother me. And it truly didn't bother me. Yeah. I was nervous because there was a lot of vitriol and I had to deal with that. Yeah. But like, cause I don't, who the fuck likes being yelled at or made fun of. But at the same time, like it got dealt with and it's fine and it's not a big deal.
Everybody just backed off. So it's fine.
Exactly. Just not letting people bother me. I remember one time I was playing Among Us and some dude like called me a fucking idiot or something. And I was just like, sorry, man. Like, I didn't finish elementary school. Let's just say shit like that. Like, just be like, like I got a lobotomy the other day. Like,
sorry, I'm illiterate.
Yeah. I actually can't read. Yeah. I'm doing voice to text right now, man.
Jared, I'm 19.
But that's how I like messing with people now. Because whenever someone really gives me shit on a game, I don't play a lot of online games anymore. But whenever someone does, it's always nice just to just hit them back, Take it like an improv thing.
Yeah.
Take in what they say and come back with something else.
Yeah.
Never give in, because if you give in to the anger, you're just going to devolve to their level.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to stay above it and just make fun of them in your own way.
I remember I felt really bad on Reddit one time because, of course, where else do you feel bad on the internet? But
it's the source of all bad things on the internet is Reddit.
Someone was doing an AMA because they used to work as a crew member in film, or they do work as a crew member in film, and they were like, ask me anything about like making movies and stuff like that. And someone asked them about some of the movies that they've worked on, and they mentioned that they had worked on a couple of Tarantino movies, and I was like genuinely asking, as someone in the industry, how do you feel about working alongside people who have potentially done harm,
bad things,
like Me Too type stuff,
right?
Who haven't exactly been crucified for it in the way that someone like Harvey Weinstein has, and
sure,
just like
sure.
how do you feel, like how do you feel about working with these types of people, and how do you feel about working with these types of people going forward, and just like how has it affected the industry, and like how you vet what jobs you take? And he gave kind of a wishy-washy answer, just like, oh, like it's neither here nor there, blah blah blah. And for what it's worth, like I've spoken to a couple of people in the entertainment industry in Canada specifically, and they give wishy-washy answers too.
Well, you got to be diplomatic when you're in the industry.
Yeah, they're clearly being diplomatic and not giving you their true opinions on stuff, and that's up to them.
Well, they don't want to lose their fucking job.
Well, you don't know you don't know when what you're gonna say is gonna pop up again somewhere.
Yeah.
So he gave a wishy-washy answer, but then somebody else came in and was like, honestly, your question is so fucking stupid. Why would you ask him this question and think that he was honestly going to give you an honest answer when no one has proof about anything, that any of these things that people have done, and blah, blah, blah. And why are you running your mouth? And just like lit into me.
Wow.
For asking a question.
You never told me about that.
And I didn't respond to it because I'm not going to get in an argument on Reddit.
Just downvote them.
Like, I'm just like, I think I did, actually. I think I downvoted that comment.
Just be like, that's what I feel about your response, dude.
But the fact that he said your question is stupid. First of all, like I have experience, like I have personal bad experiences with like needing help and asking a question and being called stupid. So that really like I got really hot. Like I physically got like very hot, like a hot flash all of a sudden. And it took me back to, like my trauma with the subject matter and all of that stuff. But then I was like, wait a second.
This is some fucking dork.
Know me.
This is some dork on the internet.
And like it sucks because like part of my trauma with asking questions, being called stupid, is that the person who like enacted the trauma to me definitely still thinks I'm stupid to this day. Like that's my problem, is that like everybody always tells you like, don't worry if someone calls you stupid because like they don't know you and it's not going to matter in like 5 years. But like 5 years, it's been 5 years since then, and that person definitely still thinks that I'm stupid to a certain extent. So like that just sort of like stays with me. But this person on Reddit, like it's probably been like 2 years since I made that comment on Reddit and just like let it go. And that person doesn't think about me at all.
Out of curiosity,
they don't
Sam,
think about me at all.
Is it okay? Out of curiosity, I think this might play a part. Does your username on Reddit give away the fact that you're a woman at all? No. Do you think there's anything in your post history that might give away that you're a woman?
I don't know.
So
no, I honestly can't say.
Here's the thing. Redditors, and I say this as someone who lurks on. I'm a lurker on Reddit. I never make comments.
You don't comment. Yeah.
I'm a lurker for good reason. This specifically, a Reddit user who feels a certain way about something you say will go into your account and find incriminating things or things they deem incriminating and come back at you.
Like being a woman.
So, like being a woman.
Yeah.
So, I think that this guy is probably some fucking dumbass right-wing Trump supporter idiot, obviously, who like doesn't believe in women, that they even exist.
Or just like loves Pulp Fiction.
Or loves Pulp Fiction.
Like had a fucking Reservoir Dogs poster in his college
And I have no doubt in my mind that they went into your account and spent, you should be proud of this, spent all day going through your account being angry.
Well, it wouldn't have taken a whole day because I hadn't been on Reddit for even a year at that point. And mostly a lurker. Like I really don't come out of the blue to like
there
comment on stuff very
something
often.
very magical though about the idea that I was such a bother to someone. I bothered someone so much.
Yeah.
Like this person
they
who
spent time on me.
This person who A, I've never met, B, who I don't give a single fucking shit about, has gone out of their way and have made themselves angry all day, all because you asked what is honestly a pretty good question.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should be proud of that, frankly.
Yeah.
I know it sucks what they said to you hurt, but like you just said, it's some fucking neckbeard on Reddit.
Yeah, no, like
you think this guy is worth getting angry about?
Yeah, and one thing that I try and like tell myself, because it's like I mentioned before, like my issue with it is that in the past, like people have called me stupid, and that person definitely still thinks I'm stupid to this day. But
yeah, for sure. You think like 100% on that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's a miserable fuck, the woman who like did this to me.
Still
so
alive?
like she probably unfortunately.
Let's kill her.
I ran into her a couple of years ago in a grocery store, and first of all I was like in shock because I genuinely thought she would have died by now.
Right.
She was old. She was old when she was my teacher, and like wrinkly and just like tiny insipid little trash.
A
weasel.
miserable old bitch. Yeah.
And I thought that she only had a couple of years left. So I certainly didn't think that she was going to live long enough to meet me as an adult later in life. So there's that. But this motherfucker, like, is not that person.
No.
Maybe one person still thinks that I'm stupid to this day, but this person in particular is going to, like, this interaction is going to pass both of us by, and they're going to forget about it.
He's gone on to harass other people on the internet.
Exactly. And doesn't think of me at all anymore. So, you know, water off a duck's back. Like, just let this one go, Sam. You have enough shit that you hold on to every single day. You don't need another thing. You're
not gonna let some Redditor be the reason you're stressed a day.
That's like one way that I use my anxiety to my benefit is like, hey, you know that you have anxiety about hundreds of things. Can you maybe just say that you have enough? You know?
Lay off, please.
Can you just say that maybe you have enough apples in your basket and you can just sort of like deal with the apples that you have to carry around all day, every day, and just like, you don't have to add another one. You already have a lot. So this one you can just leave on the tree.
Yeah.
Where you found it.
Do yourself a favor.
Just fuck off.
But all right, Sam, I think we've been going good for a while now.
Yeah.
Do you want to end the podcast?
Sure.
Where can people find us?
You can find us. Well, first of all, you can follow us on social media.
Please do.
Twitter, Instagram, technically Facebook, but
click that damn link tree in the description of this YouTube video. Click that goddamn
link tree to figure it out. And then this podcast is wherever you get podcasts: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Goddamn, satellite radio. No, it's not on satellite radio.
Find us on Rogers On Demand.
Yeah.
you can buy our podcast episode for $10.99.
You can find us on one of those, like, do you remember those old, like, music channels on Rogers On Demand? It was like the blue black background with the music notes.
It's the constant stream of Chill Spot podcasts.
Yeah. You can find us on your Rogers On Demand.
Which is not true. You cannot find us on Rogers On Demand.
No, you can't find us on Rogers On Demand.
But you can find us on Bell On Demand.
Don't buy a Rogers package just to try and find Chill Spot.
Don't buy a Rogers package, period.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
But we also do Twitch streams, which is basically this right now plus video games.
Twitch.tv/ChillSpot.
So if you're into that, we stream 3 times a week. I always post the schedules on our social medias, and fucking figure it out and join us one night if you don't want to.
And I hope you, everyone at home, have a wonderful day.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
And that your identity doesn't get stolen.
I hope you have a better day than the bitch I want to beat down because she was mean to my boyfriend.
And yeah, let it be known that if you are mean to me, Sam will kill you.
If you're mean to my boyfriend, I don't want you to have a good day. But if you're not mean to my boyfriend, if you're neutral or nice to my boyfriend, I want you to have a good day.
There you go.
And luckily, that's most of you.
Honestly.
So take care.
So yeah, be sure to like us as well. It helps a lot. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you, everybody.
Bye.